Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kenosha, and I appreciate you guys so much for being here with me today. This is my 21 and 22 week pregnancy update. Okay, and this is the really fun update because I had my anatomy scan last week, so we'll have that to talk about. Okay, to start off, I'm just gonna go through how big the baby was at 21 weeks and 22 weeks, and just do that really quickly, and then talk about my symptoms really quickly, and then I would like to spend most of the time talking about my anatomy scan. So I'm on babycenter.com. At 21 weeks, the baby was about as big as a carrot. It was approximately 10.5 inches long and 12 3/4 of an ounce. 12 3/4 ounces. So what was going on with baby? Baby was kicking a lot. Let's see. I mean, there's not really a whole lot that they're talking about baby development wise for 21 weeks. So let's see what 22 weeks is. 22 weeks, baby was the size of a spaghetti squash. So baby was approximately 11 inches in length and weighed about 15 ounces. So it says that your baby can hear sounds faintly from inside your body, such as your breathing, your heartbeat, and your digestion. These sounds will grow louder as your baby's hearing improves. And then it also talks about the baby's lanugo, so that fine hair that covers the baby's bodies, and that the baby's skin is still pretty wrinkly at this stage. But as the baby grows and starts getting fatter, that those wrinkles will start to fill in a bit. So that's pretty much all I have for what was going on at 21 and 22 weeks for baby. So as far as me and my symptoms for the last couple of weeks, I've been feeling really good. So I've been drinking like 80 to almost 100 ounces of water a day. And I really just want to let anybody out there who is watching, who is pregnant or just alive, like, you don't even need to be pregnant. It's just like, drink water. Like, there's a whole host of issues that simply just drinking water, more water, can solve. So I really attribute my feeling good this pregnancy and right at this stage in my pregnancy to drinking more water, because that's really the main difference that I can see from my previous pregnancies to now. Because now that I'm at home all the time, working from home full time, it's just, I mean, I can just consciously drink more water. So yeah. And my midwives were telling me, yeah, I try to tell people all the time, but no one ever believes me. It's like, I'm a believer now. Water is everything. Drink it. Yeah, and I've also been exercising, so that obviously helps a lot of my symptoms too. I've been working out like 4 to 5 days a week. I've been doing that same Beachbody program, the Morning Meltdown 100. What else has been going on? Sleeping has been okay. I mean, I still feel like I'm in this dream-like, half awake, half asleep state a lot while I'm sleeping, so I don't feel like I'm getting a lot of sleep. Like, when I wake up, I still feel really groggy for a while. But then, I don't know, somewhere just in the day, I just like start feeling good and I have some energy. So it's not because of sleep, so it's because of the water. But yeah, that's really all that I feel like has been going on over the last couple of weeks. I mean, I just have been feeling pretty normal. Still dealing with pregnancy acne. So that there's nothing new there. And eating wise, I'm trying to really watch what I eat, trying to reach for healthier snacks and not eating so much like of my cravings and indulging in like bad food or whatever. So I've just been really careful this pregnancy to keep a good diet while I'm exercising and drinking water. Yeah, but that's really it. So I really want to talk about my anatomy scan that I had. So did we find out baby's gender? Let's see. I was 22 weeks and 4 days pregnant when I went for my anatomy scan. So I have the actual like report here in front of me, so I'll probably just be reading mostly from that. And I did have a midwife appointment, so we ended up just doing a telehealth appointment over the phone because it just kind of worked out better that way since I had just seen the baby the day before. So, you know, there's really no need to like hear baby's heartbeat or anything. So she went over all the results with me and then uploaded my report to my client portal so that I could read it if I wanted to, which of course I do because this is the type of information that I live for. So I was 22 weeks and 4 days pregnant at the time of my anatomy scan. So they only found one baby, shocker. But actually it was just really nice to like get that confirmation because like you never know, like crazy things have happened in the world, you know? But so all of the major organs and, you know, body parts that they were looking for during the anatomy scan came back normal and they saw everything that they were supposed to see. So that's good. I do, though, want to say that now that I've had a baby who was born with birth defects, and nothing was caught or nothing was flagged at all on the 20-week ultrasound, I will say that I do take these 20-week ultrasounds with a grain of salt now because of, you know, just because of the experience that we lived through with my son. I mean, he had a heart defect and a GI defect and nothing was caught on the 20-week scan. So I take this with a grain of salt. I'm happy to see that they didn't see anything of concern, but that is not the be all end all. You know, this is just a tool. So, so at the time, you know, everything looked good. So, I mean, I'm not worried at all about this baby. I'm not worried at all about this pregnancy or anything, but I just wanted to throw that out there that, you know, a 20-week anatomy scan is not the be all end all. And if you had any type of concerns, then maybe you would want to see like a specialist to get an even more in-depth scan. But at the time of my scan, the baby's heartbeat was 138, which is that's the lowest that it's been since you know, I've heard the baby's heartbeat a couple of times and the baby was always like 155. My umbilical cord has 3 vessels, so that is good. The insertion site was unremarkable. That's also good. So baby had 2 hands and 2 feet. Yay. Okay, so the fun part, so baby size and everything. So this is what they call the fetal biometry. So they take 3 measurements of the baby and then kind of put that together to kind of give you what the baby's age and baby's weight is at the time of the scan. So the head circumference was 20.28 centimeters. So baby's head was measuring 22 weeks and 3 days. The abdominal circumference was measuring 18.23 centimeters, and baby's belly was measuring 23 weeks and 1 day. And then they also do the femur length, which kind of gives you an idea of how tall baby is. So baby's femur was measuring 4.25 centimeters, which that is equivalent to 24 weeks of gestational age. Isn't that crazy? Like I was 22 weeks and 4 days pregnant, just to remind you. So baby's head was 22 weeks and 3 days. Baby's belly was 23 weeks and 1 day. And then baby's leg was 24 weeks, 0 days. And then there's this BPD, and I did look it up, but I forgot and what it meant. But that overall was measuring right on track. So that was 22 weeks and 4 days, and I was 22 weeks and 4 days at that time. So they combine all of these averages or all of these lengths and then they give you like an average age of the baby that at the time. So my baby was measuring 4 days ahead at 23 weeks and 1 day. And my clinical gestational age, so how many days pregnant I actually am at the time, was 22 weeks and 4 days. And baby was estimated to weigh 580 grams, give or take 85 grams. So in, you know, pounds and ounces, that is 1 pound and 4 ounces. And then it's give or take 3 ounces for how big baby can be. So my baby was right on track with how big that they should be at 22 weeks. So at 22 weeks pregnant, a baby should be right around 1 pound, a little bit less, could be a little bit more. And my baby was measuring 1 pound and 4 ounces at the time of my scan. So even if you took away 3 ounces from that, baby would be weighing 1 pound, 1 ounce. And then if you added 3 ounces to that, then baby could be up to 1 pound, 7 ounces. So baby is growing so well, and I'm so happy. They said that baby is in the 49th percentile, so that's great. And then a lot of the things that they were looking for as far as my placenta, they found that my placenta is at the fundal position. So that means it's at the very top of my uterus, as opposed to, you know, lower in my belly, or, you know, or anterior or posterior. It was just fundal. So and I never heard that before, but it's not, I don't have a previa, I don't have an accretia, so my placenta is perfect. So it was really significant to find out how, you know, where my placenta was located, because if you don't remember, I have talked about that with my third child, so my son, I did deliver him via C-section. So it was very important to find out where my placenta was located and to make sure that there were no placenta issues, because I am going for a vaginal birth after C-section, or VBAC for short. So it was really, really important to be able to find out that I was still a good candidate for a vaginal birth. And I am. My midwives were so, so pleased with my report, and they said everything's perfect and baby looks great, and you know, and I'm still a good candidate for midwifery care. So that was all good. And as far as the baby, I will insert a picture of the baby here. Baby was so cute. So it was funny because baby is laying transverse. So that's something else that was in the report. So baby is laying just straight across my belly, head is on my left side, and feet have been kicking me on my right side and also down on my cervix. I'm still getting quite a lot of cervix kicks, which have been just like making me feel like, oh my gosh, this baby is literally going to like come out of my vagina right now. It has not happened yet, and I don't anticipate that happening at all. But yeah, it's just a crazy sensation. But baby was so cute on the ultrasound. And as far as finding out the gender, we are not finding out the gender. We are not finding out the sex of our baby. I usually don't say gender, I say sex. But we do not find out the sex of our baby. So we found out with our very first baby, because that's just the compromise that my husband and I made together. And then for our second baby, I like begged my husband. I was like, okay, can we not find out this time? And it didn't really take a lot of begging. He was completely fine to try it out. And he loved it so much that he's like, yeah, however many kids we have, we're never going to find out the sex of our baby again beforehand. So it was not even really a discussion. We just knew we were not going to find out. But every single time, my husband, you know, has come to every anatomy scan that I've had for all of our kids. And every time we get to the part where the tech is like, okay, well, I'm going to be down around the baby's femur, so you might want to turn away because I don't know if you're going to see anything. I always turn away, and that's when my husband is like getting some popcorn and is like staring at the screen. And I'm kidding on the popcorn, obviously, but that's when he's like, oh yeah, I'm really watching now, because he always wants to see if he can see anything. It's like we don't want to be told for sure if there are boy parts or not boy parts or girl parts, but he's always wanting to look. So I will say that after the scan, my husband's like, okay, do you want me to tell you what I think I saw in the scan? And I'm like, okay, judging by your reaction, I'm assuming you think you saw boy parts. And he said he did. So he said even before the tech had, you know, told me to turn away if I wanted to, he said that he thought he had already caught a glimpse of baby boy parts. So he thinks we're having a boy. And my mother intuition, and I've had a mother intuition for each of my pregnancies. and I've been right every single time. So I'm thinking that this baby is a boy as well. So I told my husband, I was like, I don't care if you think it's a boy, because I already told you like months ago that I thought this baby was a boy. And now that I know how big this baby is measuring compared to just our other babies, have always measured like a few days behind, you know, what I actually was at the time of my pregnancy. They've always measured a little bit smaller. And this baby is actually measuring bigger. So I'm just like kind of thinking that, okay, yeah, I think this baby is going to be a big one. So we'll see. It's so exciting. So yeah, that's really all that I wanted to share with you guys this week. And next week will be my 23 and 24 week update. I'm gonna be getting into some more nitty-gritties about what my birth plan is, and kind of just more about what I've been doing to prepare for VBAC. So more to come on that. And yeah, I will talk to you guys next time. So stay tuned. I will be showing you my baby bump, which is my 23 week and 2 days baby bump, since that's how many days pregnant I am at the time of filming. So yeah, until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.